Hi, my name is Carlene Cruz. I am a 24-year-old Hispanic woman. I am currently a certified nurse assistant and attending Full Sail University for a bachelor's degree in media communications and science. I was born in the city of Long Beach, California, and raised in the city of Compton, California. Yes, you heard that right. Compton, California. I repeat this because a lot of times when I meet new people and I tell them where I'm from, they gasp and look at me in shock. And what follows are the stereotypical questions, such as, are you a so-called chola? Have you ever been shot? Have you ever been stabbed? Do you have a lot of so-called cholo or chola friends? This happens almost 100% of the time I meet new people, and I honestly get offended because none of those questions relate to me. No, I am not a so-called chola. I've never been shot. I've never been stabbed. And I don't even think I have one so-called cholo or chola friend. This is when I ask myself, when did Compton get a bad reputation? For much of its early history, Compton was actually a quiet, mostly white suburb. White flight began to take place in the 1950s after a 1948 Supreme Court case struck down racist housing practices, and the Watts Rebellion in 1965, centered only a few miles away from Compton, cemented the region's demographics for years to come. The rise of the Crip and Blood gangs in the 1970s, coupled with the drug trade, turned Los Angeles and Compton violent. The homicide rate would peak in Los Angeles County in 1992, partly due to Rodney King riots, but since then the crime rate went down across the county. Some think due to the end of the so-called crack epidemic along with effective policing. Therefore, after doing my research, I now know how and why Compton received a bad reputation, but that was many years ago. Compton is far from the Compton of the 1980s and mid-90s. Large retailers that once avoided the city have moved in, and crime rate has dropped over 70% over the past 2 decades. On that note, I am Carlene Cruz. I am proud of my city, and I feel people should look into Compton as it is now before they assume it is the same and before they ask questions that may offend someone who was raised in Compton. Thank you for listening.